Hello everyone, I am Era Murillo and welcome to the third episode of JCI Iloilo, Ilang Ilang's Dalala Podcast. This is our special podcast series where we highlight the stories, challenges, and triumphs of different communities across different fields. Of course, this episode would not be possible without our generous partner, WV Towers. Last time, we took the conversation further as we discussed the Ilongga Awards, a recognition that honors Ilongga women for breaking barriers and strengthening communities. Today, we move on to a different topic that will be just exciting and informational. For this episode, we will be exploring the concept of sustainable partnerships, what it means and how we implement it. Our guest for today is a school principal 3 of Nabitasan Integrated School, a model public school teacher of Division of Iloilo City Award in 1995, an outstanding unit leader of BSP in 1997, was awarded the Bronze and Silver Tamaraw Award of BSP, the highest rank in the Senior Scouts of BSP as an Eagle Scout, and is one of the recipients for 10 Outstanding Guru Award of JCI Manila in 2021. So let us welcome Mr. Raymond Peter Tormon Tolentino. Hello, sir. Good afternoon, and welcome to the show. First off, why don't you say hi to our listeners and tell us something interesting about yourself, sir?
Hi, I'm Raymond Peter Tormon Tolentino. Presently, I'm the school principal 3 of Nabitasan Integrated School. I can say is once a scout is always a scout.
Now let's dive into talking about passion, sir. No? Can you tell us what particularly you are passionate about?
I am passionate about serving others and making a difference in my community. My advocacy is in helping people, especially those who are often unheard and underserved. I believe in the power of compassion, active involvement, and small acts of kindness to create a real change, whether through a public service, community work, or simply being there for someone in need. I find purpose in giving back and uplifting others.
Yes. So, how about naman, sir, when it comes to advocacy? No? What particular causes have you been an advocate for?
Usually, I advocate for the community empowerment and inclusive support for those in need. I believe everyone deserves a voice, access to basic services, and opportunities to grow. My goal is to help build a community where compassion, respect, and active participation drive a positive change. Particularly right now as a school leader, that we must make the best quality education in our school. Most particularly.
Yes. So given, sir, sa mga gin-mention mo dito sa mga roles mo in advocacy, what do you think ang role mo naman sa community?
Okay. At present, I am the Council Executive Board Member of the Boy Scout of the Philippines, wherein I am one of the chairman in the Neighborhood Scouting and advancement chairman in the Boy Scouts. Our role is to give advocacy particularly in the community, in advocating in environment friendly, and I think in the reading and literacy community works, and most likely as of this moment, we give more attention on the molding our youth.
Okay. Sir, do you have projects na nga sa mga gin-mention mo, especially sa mga youth, may ara ka na ba projects na line up for them?
Okay. Partially, as school leader, as principal, where I was the school head of Chatchateg, Anaros Foundation Integrated School at Lanet Haro, Iloilo City. GCI Iloilo Iloilo is my partner since 2015.
Yes.
And through the years, since 2015 until right now, 2025, we have many projects, partly in terms of inside of the school activities, programs, and most likely we have a positive change in one of the community at Lanet Haro,
Yes.
wherein we have the ATI community there.
Let's now discuss naman ang sustainability and partnerships nga gin-establish mo throughout sang imo nga mga programs and projects. So how do you, sir, define sustainable partnerships?
I think sustainable partnerships are long-term, meaningful collaborations built on trust, shared goals, and mutual respect. They go beyond short-term gains and focus on creating lasting impact, especially in developing communities. Those partnerships involve an open communication, equal participation, and a strong commitment to working together for the common good. Usually, as a school head, as a role of the principal is to have linkages of partnership. And second, I think we have the Department of Education, we have the school-based management. And the third, I think, we have Adapt a School program of the Department of Education, in which that we could able to carry out more partners, and most likely right now, you as GCI Iloilo Ilang-Ilang have been my partner since 2015.
Yes.
And those things, I think, have a great impact, usually in the school itself, in the community.
Especially those sir nga nag-work agad sa mga grassroots communities pala. May mga na-sustain ka pa nga mga partnerships sa ila. Like, pwede mo ma-mention sa amon.
Usually, in partnership with right now at Nabitasan Integrated School, we have the reading program. We have the GCI Iloilo Ilang-Ilang Reading Center. We have Adapt School Library. We have also in environment, we have the Ilang-Ilang project. Then we have also what you call the environment friendly and recycled waste segregation. And right now we must be involved or upgrade our community relation with the ATI community at Barangay Lanet, Harilo City.
Okay. Ang sa recycling, medyo curious no, sir.
Yeah.
Ang sa recycling mga projects ninyo, mayroon ba kamo mga paano nyo gina-recycle? Like, sa Amon Bay, may mga projects kami from Environmental Management Bureau na ang mga basura, ginahimo siya namon nga...
Segregation.
Yes, aside from segregation,
we have the projects.
Gina-turn siya namon into something nga mas sustainable bala. Like, ang trash in a bottle, mga manet. Aside from recycling, sir, diin nyo siya
usually,
after waste?
We have the student-lead groups, the pupil and the student government who lead the environmental project of the school. And in terms of discipline to our students, in more particular, in every grade.
Yes.
For instance, those class presidents or class room officers are the one who instill discipline to their classrooms. Okay, not to throw away sang
ilang
basura inside the classrooms, outside the classrooms, and there will be penalty.
Yeah, sakto na sir. Dapat may
And
awarded man ka ba?
most likely, our classroom presidents who lead, and the classroom officers who lead and segregating. After they segregate, and then we have the MRF in the school. We have also one of the partners, also a private partner, we have RISBIN. Every month, every third Friday of the month, after which the students have segregate the waste materials, and then they will able to get the segregation, and then we have what you call the something prize for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ay, okay.
Yeah.
So, kanami, nga like, ang mga kabataan, gaka-practice nila sa school, at the same time, madala na nila sa ilang nga pamalay ang amo na siya nga ginaubran nila sa recycling. Especially sa recycling. Kay, actually, ang problema, good sir, kay mag-abot sa balay, wala na nila gina-practice. So, may kids nga wala na gakalipatan na sa school na lang. So, mas maayo gid nga do ginahasa nyo sila. So, sir, how do you maintain momentum and engagement within community-led initiatives once initial funding or partner interest declines?
I think to maintain momentum, it's crucial to cultivate a local ownership from the beginning. When the community truly believes in the project, they're more likely to sustain it even without external support. I focus on building local leadership, strengthening skills, and encouraging resources. So the initiative doesn't rely solely on funding. Regularly, communications, celebrating small wins, and adapting to changing needs also keep people motivated and involved. Most importantly, I remind the community that real leading change comes through within. So in short, usually, particularly in the context of the community base, no? In fact, I am the one of the chairman in the neighborhood scouting, the Boy Scout of the Philippines, Iloilo Compulsory Council. Not only Iloilo City as a whole, but also the province. In that community or committee, we have a series of activities. That's why in the Boy Scouting, we have different levels. We have the kid scouts, we have the kinder. The Boy Scouts is grade 1 to 3. The Boy Scouting, we have grade 4, 5, and 6. And senior high school is junior high school.
Yes.
And in the Rover Scouting, we have senior high school in the college itself. And each different levels, we have different activities. Okay. So particularly, I think you should mention about Eagle Scout. Eagle Scout is the highest rank in senior scouting in the high school level. We earned that rank. You must have, I think, 21 merit badges. In that 21 merit badges, I think you have merit badges and activities you must undergone, and you must complete that certain activity. So with all those things, I think, why is it that once a scout, I must be always a scout? Because since then, when I was in elementary and high school, I've been in scouting, okay, even though in the college.
Grabe,
So that's why right now, even though I'm now a professional in Department of Education as a school leaders, I think
Still active ka pa sa Boy Scout.
because of that community works.
Yes. Sir Rai, so what message do you have for others who also want to make an impact like you?
I think I could say that according to African proverbs, that it takes the whole village to educate a child.
Yes.
So everyone, I think we have a role to educate the child, partly whether you are in Department of Education, you're a parent, you're a child, or even though you are in the NGO or in government service. I think we have different roles, and I think the impact should be in the role of molding the child itself, either in school, inside the school, or out of the school youth.
Okay.
Because during the time when I was a teacher, I am also ALS school coordinators, and we focus on out of school youths. So then I think we could be able to enhance them, particularly their behavior, and I think that growing up right now.
Okay. Sir, this is a personal question ko sa imo. Anong nag-drive sa imo to continue like very sa aton nga very passionate gid si Sir Ria, like do kadamo gid sang ka-achieve niya sa life, like anong nag-drive sa imo, sir, to go on sa imo nga mga advocacies, no? Like anong naga-inspire sa imo?
I think I could able to inspire me is, I think, my mother itself. A long time ago, she's also an educator, and I think as a role model, a parent that drive you as a
grabe ang support sa mother.
Child.
Yes, oo, very ginaya, sir.
I think the impact of the community itself sa environment. But I think when I was a child, I'm growing up in sa Uma.
Yes, same kita, sir.
So that's why those things, behaviors, and
like makita mo gidya ang real nga sitwasyon.
Yes. So.
The discussion we had here today is a particularly insightful one. We've learned that the partnerships we are capable of becoming long-term. So if we were to walk the right steps towards sustainability, after all, partnerships are more than just establishing or working towards a certain goal. It is through partnerships that we are able to connect, communicate, and work with our communities. Sir, basi may gusto kang i-promote or
Yes.
ihambal or i-share sa aton ng mga listeners?
So, during the Brigada Eskwela 2025, we start the school year right before the start of the school year 2025-2026. Encourage everyone to participate, particularly our school Brigada Eskwela on June 9 to 13, 2025. So I encourage all the GCI, Iloilo, Ilang-Ilang, and all the partners. Together, we can make a difference, bringing the child as one.
So before we sign off, we would like to thank our sponsors once again, WV Towers, located in a 5-hectare community in Mandaria Garden residence. So WV Towers is an exclusive residential condominium that is home to the best amenities. As a pioneer in highlighting open spaces, WV Towers is surrounded by lush gardens and luxurious amenities, the definition of a perfect combination of location and serenity. Our team would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to WV Towers for helping us bring this podcast to life. We'd also love to hear your thoughts, feedback, and reflections, so feel free to reach out to us at jciiloilo-ilang-ilang-production@gmail.com. And that's it for this episode of Lala Podcast. My name is Era Morillo, and if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video using the hashtags flash on your screen. And we'll see you next time. Bye!